So in this slide I'm gonna be telling you about the self loop exceptions. There are two cases you have to be careful about in this self loop concept. That is, first you have to see whether there is any self loop on the input node or not. See this example here. This is my input, this is my output, this is the gain, path gain of 5, this is loop gain of minus h1, loop gain of minus h2. You can see here there is a self loop in the input node. Whenever you will have this kind of situation, input loop, self loop on the input node, your Mason's gain formula will not be applicable, and whatever answer you will calculate will be wrong. You may think like path gain is 5, my delta k will be 1, delta 1 will be 1, and my delta will be 1 plus h1 plus h2 plus h1 h2. So that will be wrong. So this is the some kind of a limitation of Mason's gain. Whenever you will have a self loop on the input node, you have to eliminate that input node self loop. You have to eliminate that self loop, or you can do the following process. So instead of doing this, we equivalently made another diagram where same diagram is there, signal flow graph, but I defined a y variable and with a path gain of 1 to the input r. Now by doing this becomes a normal self loop question, because now I am considering y is my input, and these two are not in the input node, these self loops. At the output node self loop is fine, but in the input node you have to be careful. So what I did, I made another variable y and I gave a path gain of 1 to the r. So now what will happen, my c by r, this c by r will be equal to c by y divided by r by y, and if you will divide these two you will get c by r. Okay, so that is how you want to proceed. So when you will do this, your c by y will be 5 into 1, c by y we are looking, okay, 5, delta k is 1 divided by 1 plus h1 plus h2 plus h1 h2. These two are individual loop gains, and there is a non-touching part h1 h2. So my finally 5 divided by 1 plus h1, 1 plus h2, just like the previous question we did. Okay, now we will calculate r by y, that is r by y. You can see only one path gain is there, 1. Delta k will be 1 because you will remove this path, no loop will be remaining, divided by 1 plus h1 because only one loop is there. So you can see my r by y is 1 plus h1. Now if you want to divide these two, c by r will be this term 5 divided by 1 plus h1, 1 plus h2, same, divided by 1 plus h1, which is written as this. So this guy and this guy will get cancelled, and you will finally get 5 divided by 1 plus h2. So this will be my transfer function c by r. This is the way to approach. This is the modified SFG I made because I had an input self loop in the input node. That is why this modification I did, and I got c by r is equal to 5 by 1 plus h2. If you won't do this modification, your answer will come as 5 by 1 plus h1 into 1 plus h2, this part, and this is a wrong answer. Okay, so you have to be careful when you will have input self loop in the input node. There is another way to do this question. Remember I told you can eliminate this loop, and your modified transfer function will be signal flow graph will be like this. When you will apply c by r Mason's gain formula, 5 into 1, because del k is 1, path gain is 5, divided by 1 plus h2. See, only one loop is there, which is 5 divided by 1 plus h2, which is same as 5 divided by 1 plus h2 what we got previously. So it means is whether you go by this method or whether you just eliminate this loop and then solve, in both the methods you will get the same answer. That is how you proceed when you have self loop on input node. Okay, so I have written, if you have self loop in the input node, just eliminate it. It's the best way. Any gain, this gain can be anything, 1 2 3 h1 h2, any gain. With any gain, self loop in the input node is not allowed. It is an invalid loop. You can't apply Mason's gain formula. If you will apply, you will get a wrong answer. You have to modify and then you have to apply the Mason's gain formula. Okay, so yeah, this is one exception. Now I am going to be telling you about the next exception. See, whenever you will have the self loop gain is 1, then you have to eliminate that self loop. Okay, again, when you will have self loop gain is 1, then you have to eliminate that self loop. Why? See this example. This is my R, 10 is my path gain, P is the node, this node is called as P. You have a self loop with gain 1, this path is 20 gain, and C is my output. You have to calculate C by R. Again, if you will see this point, this node, and if you will write the equation, it will be P is equal to P plus 10R. You write the node equation with respect to the arrows coming into the node. See, this arrow is coming into the node, this arrow is coming into the node. Which is going out doesn't matter to us. The equation will be written in the form of the incoming arrows. So you can see the weight associated with this part is 10, with this path is 1. So you can write P is equal to P, because P into 1 is P, plus 10 into R, 10 into R plus. So this will be my equation for this node. But you can see P cannot be equal to P plus something. It should be equal to P equal to P. They should be equal to P. It should not be equal to P plus 10R or P minus 10R, anything. It has to be P equal, P can only be equal to P. So this equation doesn't seem valid. This is not valid self loop, that is why. You should be checking whenever you will have some small SSGs, no? You just check the equations, node equations at the self loops, and check whether there is any valid equation or not, which will tell you ultimately that this guy is the self loop is valid or not. If it is invalid, then eliminate it. Eliminate it and you will get a SFG like this. And this is straightforward. C by R is equal to just multiply. One more zero will come. Sorry. This will be 200 multiply. Okay. I'm sorry for my mistake. So this should be 220 into 10. So this will be my C by R. This is modified SFG. So you saw I just cross checked with the equation of the node whether it is valid or not. Generally when you will have one loop gain, you will get invalid equations like this, and in that case you just have to eliminate the self loop and then proceed. So I've written and summarized. If you are in doubt, then check the node equation of self loop whether it is valid or not. If it's invalid loop, eliminate it. Whenever you are in doubt in this kind of exception, then you just write the node equations. Generally you will get small signal flow graphs just to check your concept. This equation is not valid here. Sometimes you can also solve the C by R by looking just into the equation. So whenever you have small like SFGs, go by node equation method rather than going for Mason's-Gain approach. It will be better. You will get a better picture whether the equations are valid or not. But if you have a big signal flow graph, then you have to be careful like this. Only the node equation you should just check whether it is valid or not. If it is valid, then proceed how we were proceeding with the self loop. Else eliminate it, modify the signal flow graph, and then again apply the Mason's-Gain formula. So I hope these two exceptions are really important exceptions, and most of the students make mistakes here. So you should be knowing about these self loop exceptions. Okay, these are two exceptions from my side, and I think this is what I wanted to cover in self loop part. So I think it's time to finish now the Mason's-Gain part, and next I'll see you with conclusions and all, how I will means like compare Mason's-Gain formula with the block diagram reduction technique, and I'll finally conclude the module. Okay, yeah.